Tonight, we start Week 9 with a prime-time matchup between the Orlando Orbits and the Minnesota Vikings. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he's got some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. McCartney. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 34. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw on 2nd down, McCartney. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Operating from the gun, McCartney.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Looking to throw. McCartney to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Orbits will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Ready, set. 10. Check. Hey, watch it. Hey, stand on. Fight.
They start the drive with Cook.
Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that, and they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here's Cook again.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Well, the Vikings at 2-6 now in the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one. Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. They'll get this out to Kamara. He's going to have the 1st down and more than that.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Alvin Kamara
with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Vikings respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Fields it right around the goal line. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner is giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On third down, here comes Swift.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Hey, come here. Look at me. Door. Block it.
On third down, Lawrence.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
On first down, McCartney.
Coming across the formation and making the catch is Chark.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage, because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Now this throw caught left side and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 14-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
17. Vikings 7. Eddie Piñeiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd down and 2.
Lawrence on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at about the 28. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jenkins. Oh, and now some space to operate. He's still on his feet. And touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Orbits will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
You ready?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Squeeze. Leo.
Lawrence will throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
At the 43-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run it again with Cook. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Come on, set. Hey, watch it.
31-yard line.
Hey, stand off. Start.
Cook up the gut. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Hey, Charlie. What? Please. Leo. Look at me. Go. Hey.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. He's got the 1st down and more than that. Touchdown, Vikings. Jalen Rager, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. And oh, it's blocked. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were terrific in the 1st half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown!
DeAndre Swift, the ball carrier.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set them back on 2nd. To try again after the sack. Lawrence. Over the middle, it's complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Stand. Go out.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Touchdown! Jalen Rager with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion.
So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Started pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he returns this to the 22.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, McCartney. He finds his man, complete. It's Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
First down, Orbits.
Operating from the gun, McCartney. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
21.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Swift.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCartney, he finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great effort there. 30 yards.
And the Orbits are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
His kick is good.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Ready, set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, exit. Look, screen. Leo. Defense.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. McCartney out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jenkins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
156 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw on 2nd down. McCartney, he finds his man, complete. It's Jenkins.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain of 12 yards that time.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Let's go now.
And they take a knee. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were spurred on by a strong performance.